Hey everyone, Game Hunter here, and we are, well, back with a different version actually. Instead of Rogue version 3.6.3, which I don't think I ever proved, this is Rogue version 5.2. MCT Esquire was here. Actually I don't know who that exactly, that sounds, that sounds awfully is that, Michael C. Toy, yes, the, the writer of the documents and also one of the co-founders of Rogue. Go figure. Okay, so let's get right into it. This is version 5.2, like I said, and although I don't see a number of... I suppose the first thing I'm noticing is that... Wait a sec. Don't tell me. Okay, good. It wasn't entirely that. I was thinking something else. But it looks like numpad doesn't really work by default? Yeah, that's odd. Huh. Apparently, all of my buttons on my numpad are mapped to completely different things. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get ourselves used to Hijikable Yuban, which I haven't used in a good long time. I know how to... Oh, right. I can't go up until I move. Well, I can't go diagonally until I leave. So we'll try to get used to this. And it also means I can use the zoom function a whole lot easier now. So yes, indeed. Don't mind me if it takes a little bit of time to kind of do stuff. Come on. I know there's a door there. There has to be, right? Please? Huh. Well, the game... Man, that's the one thing that always screws me up, is that I always think of J as going to be top and K as being bottom, but it's quite the opposite. And I don't know why I think that. There it is again. Oh, crap, yeah, I already died. Yes, hobgoblins are the dangerous threats in the early game. So, rather... Oh, and then it just showed me stuff that happened. But let's get right back into it. Right back into the game. Move it back into position. And, that's the thing about the original Rogue. And sure, it's also prevalent in the originals. Sorry, in the games following that. This is the original, after all. Is that, yes, you can die extraordinarily quickly. Great, another hobgoblin. Just, what's the rest? Oh, that's period. Alright, awesome. Dead again. That's just how it works. I think one of the additions, I'm not exactly sure, but one thing that I noticed, at least in this version, is that there is a top 10 score. And I was trying to compare the documents just before starting, and I noticed that the 3.6 version never makes note of it. So I'm assuming that in the differences is that, one of the differences anyway, is that scoring was actually added so that you could keep track of what happened in the game. And, have a reason to gloat over your friends saying, hey, I won this time. It was pretty great. Yes, indeed. Alright. Man, I haven't used, oh man, I defeated the Null. Really? Huh. Don't tell me 5.2 had bugs in it. That would just be too much for me to bear. However, I should note, and I believe I have before, but these games have come from the Roguelike Restoration Project, which you can find... Oh, I don't know, I'll probably just put it in the link this time around, because I'm pretty sure I never have before. And there are a lot of rogues there, and I'll be going through most of them. And especially we'll have fun with a rogue that isn't quite a rogue, but would you die already? Wow. I died to a snake. Perhaps next time I should just put on the ring or something to see what goes ahead and happens next time. But yeah, wow, I haven't gotten past the first floor, and it's already been, well, it's getting close to 5 minutes. So yeah, that's progress, right? That is progress. Ooh, staves. I don't think I've seen a stave lately a staff. Can we kill this snake this time? Like for reals? Okay, there we go. All I needed was 2 excellent hits. Now is it can I zap? Okay, I can zap with the staff. Lit by a shimmering blue. Okay, so I have a staff of light, which is great. In fact, I don't. Once again, let me refer to the documents, because this is one of the reasons I'm even doing this. Is I don't think staves were introduced in that first version, although it's hard to say exactly. I know wands were, because we did see wands, but I don't know with regards... Oh, okay, good. Phew. What is in my inventory right now? Short bow. Oh, I had to find that. I might be thinking of a different character, but I know there was one case where I actually had to find the bow ahead of time. Or before time. Guy comes into the dungeons of doom seeking the godly amulet of Yendor and doesn't even bother to bring a bow. But he brings all the arrows, just not a bow. Then again, I don't know if great, really? Well, well, thank you very much, video game, for letting me get that super duper hit that I needed on the hobgoblin, thereby rocketing me to... Again, you have defeated the null. I can't imagine why that would be the case, that it would be buggy like that. But anyway, staves as opposed to wands, and perhaps we can test this. I don't think it really matters which direction I shoot that in. Whatever. So I keep using it, and do they... I would be surprised to learn this, but it would appear that the early staves from Rogue were in fact infinite use. We'll see as soon as we start finding more... Okay, good. For example, just shoot in that direction. Wait, what? Well, what is it called then? Oh, now it's D. Excusez-moi. Suddenly we have a switch in our movements. Alright, whatever. So yeah, HP is random in this game. Probably, I would say that's quite unfortunate. Although, for sure it happens in other games, but for the most part it usually ends up being on an average, I think. I don't know if it follows a bell curve. And please give me a way out of this miserable location. Come on. I'm gonna die here if I don't. Perhaps it's located here then. Not sure. Oh, crap. Okay, good. Okay, welcome to level 3. Thank you, unknown narrator. Okay, good. And we got the stuff. Kill, kill, kill. Come on. Yes, killed. Kill is my middle name. Actually, it is A. I'm not going to say what the A stands for, but honestly, there are few names when it comes to American names, and I guess I'll just go ahead and say it's kind of an American-sounding middle name. So, you know, there aren't a lot of those. If you feel like guessing, whatever. I used to tell people to guess, and they'd get it pretty quickly, even though I wouldn't actually tell them that they were right. Because that's hilarious. Hiding one's middle name. See, more importantly, my initials spell tab, and I always found that pretty awesome, because that meant that I was like practically destined to do this stuff. Yes, exactly. Having an initial that sounds like a letter on the keyboard makes you inclined to... Oh, did it switch again on me? Now it's E. Nothing happens. So did I waste it all, or... Perhaps I did waste it all. But, you know, we had to... Great. Oh, good! The game, yes. Here's another bonus that the game's decided to add, and perhaps an obvious one. Was that the only food I have? That's the only food I've gotten. Wow. Perhaps an obvious change is that now it tells me what my maximum strength is, so I don't have to be worried about the possibility of not having maximum, because the game will just straight up say that I am not at my maximum. And let's go ahead and try out this spear. I'm now wielding a spear, and I think if I attack with it, it'll tell me. Well, it'll also level me up, but no, it doesn't tell me how good it is. Apparently, I either have to use it. That's the weird thing about the original Rogue, is that the identification systems in roguelikes after that have been so varied and different, and you know, that you can't tell what the original necessarily used. Okay, so that's another one. That's another one. Let's go ahead and try. Oh, really? What? Which direction? That direction. Nothing happens. Okay, so perhaps just the staff is another word for a wand. But I could have sworn that staves... Man. Oh, crap. That's no good. I could have sworn there was supposed to be a major difference between staves and wands, namely that staves kind of had the ability to regain their charges, whereas wands did not have any natural means for that. But I could be totally wrong. I see no way up. There is never a way up until... Ah, crap. Okay, good. That's the problem with floating eyes. They can paralyze you, making them absolutely important to kill. We'll have to test to see whether or not they're a bit... Man, I've only been using cardinal directions, although to be fair, I don't think it's all that important. Come on. Are we gonna get this guy? There we go. There we go. But yeah, so I would say that this already sees some market improvements. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing for versions to have market improvements. But I also curiously have found, you know, situations of like you have defeated the null. Very unexpected, but not exactly. Yeah, there it is again. Not exactly that important. Perhaps, nope, there's the null again. That evil null creature, when will it be finally defeated? Okay, let's try this again. Nothing happens. Yeah. Well, I don't know then. I really don't. Although I sure can tell you I don't really want to waste it. That was a little troublesome. I was expecting, you know, it's usually wands you don't waste, and staves you make haste with, you know. It's supposed to be some kind of cool mnemonic-ish thing. Oh man, 2? They just keep coming. Man, my HP gains have not been particularly satisfactory. I think I got 1 HP this time, and I got 1 HP for my very first level too. Quite unfortunate, really, because you don't. Eventually, you start leveling not quickly at all. Oh wait. Okay, good. So that I had killed the jackal in that case. Good, 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 good. And then now we can see that this leads to somewhere. And yes, that is how that goes. Another thing is that you can see options here. And one of the new ones, it's called Pasco, and it's follow turnings and passageways. So we can just press return to skip these, switch that to true. You know, I'll call myself Game Hunter or whatever. Fruit. Oh, whoops. Did I leave? Okay, well I did leave. But I can call this whatever I want, so we're going to call it, I'm going to call it, I mean it's a fruit, but technically we could use any food or anything else. Let us go ahead and eat first-person shooters, because that is the blood that is on this table. Sure, let's go with that excuse. Alright. But yes, I mean, Rogue is an evolving genre. It truly is, and we shouldn't forget that. In spite of the fact that many roguelikes, in fact, attempt to follow the roguelike formula quite closely, you know, we have to remember that Rogue was created out of the inspiration to do something entirely new and revolutionary compared to what had been done previously. And that's why it's a constant project and a constant effort to really bring ourselves to go about, you know, exploring new ways to uncover very interesting aspects that can be used to make a better game, pretty much. I don't want to sound too philosophical or anything. It's just how developers should always think, really. How can I make this better? There is no good enough, right? There is always a good, and there is always a better. But there is no good enough. Well, there is an adequate, I guess, is the better term. Because if I'm using good and then I talk about good, it's like... there's triple enemies. And I'm just killing these things and not even really thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I'm taking a lot of damage against this guy. We need to eat something. Please tell me there are things to eat. Good. Getting a bit worried there. Was this? Okay, that's the place to go. So now you just notice I did turn in the passageway instead of stopping. It's really become a staple in most cursor-based, or, you know, what you call this, ASCII roguelikes. Where am I going? I am going the wrong direction. Okay, I didn't lose strength that time. That's cool. Well, let's check our inventory and maybe have some fun with it. Read the scroll, it vanished. There is nothing on it to read. Well, that's no fun. No fun at all. So I don't even know what those things did, but I did find another scroll. Spear glows blue. Probably should have used that on the mace. Oh well. I wonder if different weapons... I mean, they probably have different damages, but I wonder if it's also one of those fleshy creatures are damaged by cutting weapons, bony creatures are damaged by blunt weapons, etc. Diablo had a system like that. And also, by the way, that's a game that I would like to someday soon take a look at. So yeah, nothing happens. I'm kind of worried that staff is now useless. But I don't know for sure, because for all I know there could be scrolls of recharging in this game. One of the funny things about playing lots of roguelikes is you get an inkling of an idea what you should be finding, but at the same time that could very much... come on, thank you. Oh wow, this is a good room for stuff. Good room to find objects. Let's go ahead and put on one ring or the other. So that's a ruby ring, and I guess I'll find out what it does eventually. Doesn't look like it's affected my strength or my armor class or anything else as far as I can tell so far. Although maybe it was already identified? No, not yet. Oh, I do have 2 amber potions though. I begin to feel better, so that's a potion of healing. Fantastic. Oh, good. And then oh, darn. That was a potion of strength, but since I'm not at my maximum, I don't actually get... Yeah. So in other words, I need to find a potion that cures my healing of... Well, cures my strength all the way back up. At which point I can then go ahead and say, yes, I would like to reinvigorate my total strength power. Yep, that's the complexity of this game for sure. Okay, nothing there. And then we move along. And this is a little fast. It's probably not as fast as I would be going with non-Hudgicable Yuban, but all the same, it's faster now that I have the ability to move through passageways with greater ease. Ooh, crap, an orc and a zombie. Let's try to kill them. Oh, and an ant, and an ant, and an ant, and an ant. Ugh. Yeah, that's no good when that misses. I wonder if that's even considered a bug. Oh, wow. This ant is going to kill me, isn't it? Yeah, that was one of the more... Up is K, correct. Okay, I got a little health back. Ah, and I died anyway. Man, that ant was something else for sure. Oh well, that's how it goes. This has been Game Hunter playing Rogue version 5.2. Join me next time when we continue our journey through the rogues. The evolution, the process, the power that has caused us gamers and fanatics of the roguelike genre to thrive. Until then, keep playing those roguelikes, everyone, and take care.